Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Betsy Ross from Game Day Communications in Cincinnati, and welcome to the latest edition of WBEC ORV's Virtual Readiness Series, Preparation for the Big Comeback, a series of conversations with female business leaders with thoughts and advice to help you get back to business now that our economy is ramping back up. Anne Skoch is the owner of Anne Cate, a made-in-America accessories boutique specializing in skyline silhouette purses and pillows. A Cleveland girl with a love for creating, she scaled her business from a sewing machine in her dorm to a manufacturing studio and a strong team of 5. Founded in 2016, the Anne Cate Skyline collection now features more than 100 hand-designed skylines from cities around the world. Items include purses, pillows, a wedding line, and now even a quarantine kit. You can find them online or in stores in Chicago, LA, New York, Florida, and several places in the Midwest, along with wayfair.com. She's been an entrepreneur since she was 13 years old. She's a proud graduate of Kent State University and honored to have recently been certified as a WBENC business. And thank you so much for joining us today. Tell us how you came up with this idea to begin with.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be sharing our story remotely. So Anne Cate started, like you said, in a dorm room, honestly. And I was 19 at the time, studying fashion merchandising and entrepreneurship at Kent State. And I just went to create some unique dorm room decor for my black and white aesthetic I wanted to have in my sophomore year dorm room. And so I created some pillows with my favorite cities on them. And I had always loved to sew, and I just thought it'd be fun to kind of capture a few cities that meant a lot to me while I was away at college. And one thing led to another. I had previously had an Etsy store, and I was encouraged to try selling these products because everyone I showed them to was really interested in them. So I tested them out on our little Etsy store that I had since I was 13. It was very juvenile, but within a matter of months, we had American Greetings reaching out to be interested to wholesale. And that was the first moment I was like, okay, this actually might be something unique. And so we started with just 3 skyline designs and that I had hand designed. And we grew the business throughout college. And when I graduated, it was the right place, right time to pursue the business full time. And so I've been graduated almost 2 years now. And we've had our manufacturing studio for about 1.5 years. And it's been the best decision ever. I really found, similar to when I made the products myself, that there's so many different places that impact us, and that our products are more than a purse and a pillow. They exemplify those memories or those moments in cities around the world.
You mentioned that you've been doing this and had an Etsy store since you were 13. What are some of the other jobs that you had leading up to this?
At one point, I'm as all entrepreneurs are, I'm such a workaholic. I think at one point in college, I was working like 5 jobs at once. So I always, when I chose to pursue an education, I didn't know what I wanted to do, except that the only job I ever really enjoyed was running my little Etsy store and opening, popping up at craft shows, things like that. I loved creating and running and creating my own success. And so throughout my college education, I had my little Etsy store and ship out product from my dorm room. I had a little shipping station, but I was grateful for many opportunities that were little jobs that got me to where I am today. So throughout my experience, I had worked at a small bridal consignment boutique. I was one of 3 employees. We kind of ran the store all together. I worked in alterations at David's Bridal. So I learned a lot of sewing through that. I worked in the Kent State costume shop, which was really unique and another opportunity to kind of expand my fashion view. And then I ran my business. It was very exciting and fun and exhausting, but all of these little jobs got us to where we are today.
So let's talk about today. What is your manufacturing process like now? I see that you're in your office now.
Yeah. Yeah, our manufacturing is a really important core to our business. We're proud to be manufactured here in the United States, but we're also proud to manufacture all of our products ourselves. And this wasn't the exact route I was intending on going. The business just started from me sewing everything, and I still sew a lot of product myself today. And we looked at outsourcing our production, but it was most cost effective, and we figured out it was just the best quality to do it ourselves. And so our fabric, all of our designs are hand designed, and then they're outsourced to a fabric printer. And then as soon as the fabric comes in, it is cut, sewn, and fulfilled out of our studio here. And so just prior to coronavirus, we did have a team of 5 on production, working part-time, and it was, a mix of individuals working on direct orders through our website, but a very large chunk of our business is wholesale. So we aim to produce about 100 units per person a day. And so for some of our orders, we're working on orders that are 1,000 units or things around that nature. And so we're really, our production is very, very full, very often, at least prior to the pandemic. But being able to manufacture our own product is very cost effective for us because it allows us to have a lot of flexibility and customization. So most of our product is actually made to order. So on a sustainability aspect, we really have little waste in the sense of building inventory and stocking. It also limits investment for us. But we work with wonderful corporate clients and wholesale clients that we also customize product for. And because we are our own manufacturer, we are able to do that. And we can make 1 unit for them or 1,000 units, and it wouldn't be as a risk and investment for us.
Well, that kind of leads me to my next question about how has your business been affected by COVID-19? You talked about the staff that you have. Stores have been closed by order of their states. You can still fulfill online, but how has that affected how you run your business day to day?
Yeah, this is something that definitely has been a learning experience and a challenge for someone who is a new entrepreneur and a young entrepreneur, as with any small business owner, I'm sure right now. We've been trying to stay creative. I think this time has been a great period of creativity, and how to really promote your brand through the crisis. So we most definitely have been hurt by the pandemic, because over half our business is through wholesale channels and corporate clients having big events. That has been completely shut down. And I'm fearful of when that will actually start picking back up. In February, we had just brought on a sales manager because we couldn't handle all the work. And I know it's going to be potentially a year's worth of time before we can still get reorders, because it'll trickle down to us. We're just a small little business, but I hope by January of next year we'll be able to work with our clients again and start receiving new clients. But in the meantime, we have most definitely tried to stay creative with the times. So we've been running a lot of promotions to help the community as well as help our small business. So when this first started, we, in hopes to aid the community but also drive sales, we ran a promotion to donate a canned good for every $5 spent at Anne Cate. And that was a wonderful initiative that not only helped us drive sales, but we ended up donating over 400 cans to the Cleveland Food Bank. That was very, very exciting for us to give back a little bit, because it's not easy to donate Skyline purses, as they might not help in the sense of PPE. But we also have pivoted, and we've made over 2,500 masks in the last 3 weeks. So we are not selling them directly, but because we have the manufacturing capabilities, myself and a teammate of mine are producing them for another local Cleveland designer. So we're contract sewing for her, and she is distributing and selling them. And it's been a really great opportunity for us to make the PPE, but also to limit our investment. I was worried about selling masks at the beginning of this, in the sense that there's still a medical device and there could be backlash off of a potential faulty mask or something of that nature. So it's been a unique opportunity to make masks without selling them, because the only thing we're investing is our time. And then we've also released some unique products. We've tried to stay creative with our Skyline purses, and we released an emergency kit with one of our products that's filled with 20 life essentials, but one of those being hand sanitizer. And that was a very fun release, and we sold out of the hand sanitizer pretty fast that was inside the purse, but it's been fun. We've seen a lot of customers send them to nurses and doctors as kind of a pick-me-up. And then lastly, we released a DIY kit for people of all ages, a sew your own pillow kit or a DIY crayon art kit. And these I just thought would be fun for families staying at home, adults staying at home, for anyone who could really use a little pick-me-up and create. I was always a crafty child, and it got me here, of course, but it just was something unique and fun and different for our customers. And we're actually considering keeping them on our product line because they've been doing very well. And you can never hurts to learn how to sew, especially in these times.
Isn't that the truth? I think we could all learn that. So you're making the mask, you have the DIY kit, you have the little quarantine care package kit. So you've been able to diversify a little bit during these times. Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to be the future of your business? You mentioned that you might keep those DIY kits. Is this going to give you an opportunity to maybe expand your base of what you do?
Absolutely. And it's something we've been spending a lot of time thinking about, especially in the sense of marketing as well. We have a great customer base, but it's very essential to Ohio still. Mm-hmm. And so we're really looking, especially during these times, in the sense of people still want gifts, they still need gifts, at least for this COVID period of time, really start direct marketing individuals who are missing home, or their family is in a different city, or their daughter is living in New York and can't be at home right now. So we're going to really start direct marketing those specific markets a little more fully, because we still, half of our other business is our direct customers. And so if we can pull from our direct sales more as our wholesale channels diminish for the time being, that's our end goal. And if we continue, if we have to, we'll continue making masks. It doesn't seem like something that will be ending or lessening anytime soon in terms of mask making as they become the new normal. So we're definitely ready and okay with continuing to produce masks if we need to. But for Anne Cate, we're really going to continue to drive the gift market. And, as simple as Skyline purses, as unnecessary as they may be to some people, I've seen our customers really thrive and strive to send a little bit of happiness, and I love that our products can do that. So I hope to continue to do that, and we're also taking the time to develop some new products. So we're going to spend a lot of time in product development the next few months, and honestly gear up for Christmas season. We usually start gearing up in October, but we're already starting to build some inventory because we have the time and it'll help us in the long run. So that's kind of what we're planning on in this time period. It'll be really interesting to see how retail either shifts or adapts in this time period. I really do not know what is going to happen. but I'm hopeful that customers will still support and shop at all of our local retailers and clients. So yeah, it'll be very interesting. Lots of unknowns, but
it will be very interesting. And I think you're right. I think there's been such a push in the last couple of months about supporting your local businesses, supporting your local industries. So I think that small business may eventually come out ahead of all this. But I mentioned in the intro that you are a certified WBENC business. What has that meant to you in the way of mentors, connections? How does that help you grow your business?
Oh, being WBEC certified has been so impactful for our business. We're very newly certified. Within the last 2 months, I believe we became certified. And for our clients, it is very impactful. I can't tell you how many clients of ours request up front a certification or ask before they purchase if we're certified. And so we the doors, it's already open for clients, especially in the corporate world, is very exciting, but the potential is even more exciting. Right before the pandemic, we had a client in Chicago who emailed us. Their first question was, "Are you certified?" And in that time, we were just finishing our certification. But in the sense of relationships, it really is wonderful. And the network itself, the amount of other women small business owners are in the community are phenomenal, and just connecting and learning to the network is exciting. So we're definitely, we're just starting to get into our certification in the network, but we're very honored and excited to be a part of it, because it's going to open a lot of doors for our business.
Well, Anne, this is a learning process, not just for you, but for all of us as we go through this time in our business. And we certainly appreciate your time to share some of your experiences and what you've learned so far, and some of your advice for other young entrepreneurs. Anne Skoch is the owner of Anne Cate, a Made in America accessories boutique. Make sure you visit their website. And Anne, thank you so much again. Best of luck. And I know that things will be ramping up pretty soon. So
thank you.
We wish you all the best. Thank you.
You too. Bye.